Hello and welcome to Hoosier Performance Engineering. This is a JPM Media and HoosierPE production. A journey to first stage rally. Starring DW Rally Team driver Brian Ballinger. And HoosierPE crew Ryan Procise, also known as RP. So Brian, what got you into racing rally?
I'd probably have to say it started when I was a kid, growing up on the farm, racing my go-kart out in the fields. I've always been interested in all kinds of racing, but there's just something about the dirt. Got a special place in my heart for it. I didn't even know about rally cross until I had bought this car, so yeah. Just something about the dirt that changes everything compared to all other racing, at least to me. The unpredictability, you constantly got to be on your toes, you got to adapt all the time, constantly while you're driving, and just sliding around. I mean, it's
yeah,
sliding through the woods, at speed around a corner. There's just not a better feeling.
Have you done other racing to compare that to, like autocross or anything
Yeah,
like that?
I actually, before I rallycrossed, I autocrossed, I think, one or two races, and I still autocross every now and again. Never done road racing. Looks fun. I'd still like to try it someday. But just anything on the pavement compared to the dirt, in my mind, is just, it just doesn't compare.
I think you have like one person to think that got you into even just like rallycross, right? Like I think you were at an autocross, and then someone
I was. That would be Chris Smith. He told me about autocross or rallycross, and I followed him to one in Ohio, and I just planned on watching him. Ended up signing up that day and rallycrossing this thing with nothing done to it, and I had a blast, and I've been addicted ever since.
So tell us about the car behind us. Well, I can tell it's a Subaru, but what's special about it that's letting you rally it?
Well, it's been dubbed the corn banger.
Okay.
It runs on E85 ethanol, and I've got anti-lag running on it. So that's kind of relatively rare around here. There's not too many cars running it.
Why'd you choose E85? Just
more power.
Gotcha.
An open exhaust, hot air intake, and the tune.
Cool.
CarBerry Tune it's just amazing. I suppose the transmission isn't stock anymore. After about 6 years of rallycross, it finally decided to explode. So when I rebuilt it, we put in different gears, Legacy GT for a better gear ratio, and we also put in front and center limited slip diffs.
How many times did you say that transmission's been out in my garage?
At least 3.
At least 3. I would agree to that.
And that's the beauty of grassroots motorsports, is people rallying together to help guys get where they are.
Oh, yeah.
So Brian, we've been following the progress over the past year. You recently last year you did a GoFundMe account to get you to stage rally. It's been a big dream of yours. Can you give us a description of that long journey? Explain how you got to this point, who was a part of it? Long road, right?
Yeah, it's, how long you got?
Well, the viewer could probably listen for a while, but yeah.
This last year in particular, the last 2 months have just been absolutely nuts. I can't begin to probably mention to everybody the amount of people that helped me get here is just incredible. But yeah, I think it kind of started, the bug bit me when I was at Indiana Rallycross, and they're kind of the I want to say they're bridging the gap between SCCA Rallycross and stage rally. I like to call it big boy rallycross.
Yeah.
you just don't need the safety equipment, and it's about as close to a stage rally as you can get.
All sanctioned and insured.
Yeah, all sanctioned and
Yep.
insured. I mean, as long as you have the intestinal fortitude to go out and put your car through that
Yep.
without some of the safety equipment, it's an absolute blast. I mean, they've got something going there, very innovative.
So they stair-stepped you into
Yeah.
the GoFundMe. That started. Then
that was when I was like, I got to do this. This is going to happen. I'm going to make this. And then I realized how expensive it is. Just that first step, getting there. You know, once you're there, it's not as bad, but getting there is an incredibly expensive step. So I put up my GoFundMe and had people donating to help get me there, and kind of a donation, but you know, sponsors too. You know, you donate, you get a spot on the car.
Yep.
And we had I threw a rallycross event at my parents' farm. That the wing on the back, it was basically if you showed up and you donated, you know, whatever you wanted, you know.
No entry fee.
No entry
donations
fee.
accepted. Correct?
Donations accepted. You can run your car at the rallycross, and you get assigned the wing of my car, and it's kind of, you know, forever there. So that was a huge success, that event. Even though it got not rained out, but it was just a sloppy mess. Yeah,
Mudfest.
Way too much rain. Just like 5 minutes before we ran too. Yeah. But yeah, there was a few times, you know, I set a goal. I wanted to make it to Sandblast Rally in March, and I wasn't prepared for the amount of work and money that it really takes to get to your first event. My budget that I set was just blown entirely out of the water.
Yeah.
And so I pushed it back, decided I wanted to go to Magnum Opus, and it looked pretty grim there for a while. I had a little bit of a fiasco when I dropped my car off to get caged at the original vendor.
Mm-hmm.
I won't mention names.
Yeah.
But it sent me into a little bit of a panic, because we had, I think, 2 or 3 months, 4 months, I don't know.
Yeah, it was within a couple months,
Yeah.
and then it started getting a lot tighter.
Yeah, and I couldn't do anything until I had the cage. Couldn't do anything more until I had the cage, and I ended up getting a hold of Ryan at Thompson Racing Fabrication, and I think it was a combination of him feeling sorry for my story, and him just being you know, part of the rally community and wanting to help out somebody with a dream that wants to rally. And he said, bring it in, I'll do the best I can. I should be able to get you done in a relatively short amount of time. And after 16 and a half hours of driving that day, the car was at TRF, and I can't even believe it. He got a FIA cage installed and all set to go in, I want to say, 11 days.
Yeah, it was quick. I mean, we were seeing progress very quickly.
Yeah, I don't even know how that's possible, but I'm not going to ask questions because it's an amazing cage, and he got it done on time. So
as soon as we got it back, it was go
man.
time.
Yeah, it was. As
Hands
soon
on
as I
deck.
got it back, it was working on the car every day after work. You know, every day on the weekend.
Weeknights on the lift, you know, at the shop. It was just, you know, we had
at friends' houses and garages, on your slab in
on
your
my slab
backyard.
in the backyard.
Yep.
You had, you know, 4, 5, 6 people working on it every night.
Forever. Hands on deck still.
You're bringing back all the stress.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there was times when I had to just I had to go inside and sit down and let, you know. I think Joe, when he was over helping me with the car, he was over there a lot. He was kind of my rock. He's like, dude, don't worry, we'll get it done.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right, I'll take your word for it. I'm like, I'm gonna take a break. He's like, well, we'll keep working. I promise you, we'll get this done. So, yeah, I mean, working every day up until the race. Even, you know, we took the family vacation a week before the race. We're up there in Newberry, and I'm still out there, you know, an hour or two each day working on the car, finishing up loose ends.
Yep.
But it was a good feeling getting there and passing tech and knowing that everything was officially done on the car, and that if I took it to another rally, it could go like this and it would pass tech and be good to go. So
awesome.
yeah, it was a long journey, or it felt like it, but it was actually a short amount of time.
Yeah, and you do it again, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, 100%. It's totally worth it. And I got to make a special mention here to me having the most patient wife, Andrea, in the world, because you know, especially the last 3 weeks before the rally, it was like I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
I was gone, and she took care of things at home while I was working on the car every day, and I really appreciate it.